big room full of bad bitches. One big room full of bad bitches.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a somewhat highly anticipated video because in my previous video where I talked about my favorite men's colognes for the fall, I kind of hinted at this Xerjoff fragrance, but I never really came back to clarify which one it was. So you guys were in my messages under my TikTok comments like, is this the one that you were talking about? Is this the Xerjoff? So we're here to clarify that today. This video is essentially just going to be about some of the later fragrance releases that I have been loving. And while both of these fragrances are unisex, they are scents that I would definitely love to smell on a man. Don't really know how I'm going to title this, if I want to kind of gear it towards men or kind of talk about it as a unisex fragrance, but regardless, I would absolutely die if I smelled these on a man. I have been loving them. So first up, we're going to talk about the latest release from the house of Initio. I got this cool little package. I think it's upside down. I got this cool little package. It says Paragon on it, which is the name of the fragrance. Inside, I have a little fragrance sample of the scent. And then this super cool little fragrance wood thingy that you can spray it on rather than using a blotter. So I have my other phone here. It says that Paragon by Initio is a woody, spicy fragrance for women and men. This is a new fragrance. Paragon was launched in 2022. The top notes are lavender, sage, and bergamot. Middle notes are plum, palo santo, and black pepper. And the base notes are sandalwood and acrewood or oud. So obviously that plum has a very pronounced presence in this fragrance, and it is the first thing that you recognize when you smell it. And this is just absolutely stunning. I think it is so well done. It has like definitely that spiciness to it. I think that's the Palo Santo and the black pepper. Also some of that sage. It just gives it like a very aromatic type of feel to it. You can definitely pick up on that lavender. It is so smooth. It's very, very sexy. It's spicy. And that spice that I get from it is why I feel like it's just so ideal for a man. I have smelled this on both a man and a woman, and yeah, I personally prefer it on a man. It's just very unique. I definitely couldn't compare it to anything else that I can think of. I would say the spice in it gives me slightly like a Layton Naxos type of vibe, but the plum really smooths it out and gives it like this fruity, sweet kind of quality to it. It almost dries down a little, just ever so slightly, a little candy-like. And I think that just creates the perfect balance in this fragrance. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this smells like a very wealthy man who lives in New York in a penthouse. And I'm not talking like six-figure man. I'm talking like a billionaire. Like this smells like money. It smells just so like alluring because it's so different. Like I said, it doesn't really remind me of anything else specifically. It's woody, it's aromatic, it's very, very encapsulating. I love this. You have to get your nose on it. I will say, I don't know if this is necessarily a safe blind buy because it is not necessarily polarizing, but just very subjective. You know, I don't think that this is one that everyone could just buy without smelling and just automatically gonna fall in love with it. Because for me, it took a couple times of smelling it and actually getting it on some skin. And I used my guy friend Miro, love ya. He wore it and that's what really made me fall in love with it, was smelling it on Miro. And yeah, this is gorgeous, okay? Absolutely want to get your nose on this one. Okay, next up we have the one that you guys have all been anticipating, the one that I've been absolutely in love with. So this one isn't as new as like Paragon. This one actually came out in 2021. However, I just got my nose on it within like the last 3 months or so, and it was like love at first sniff for me. I would easily place this in my top 5 for men, which says a lot. This fragrance, it is an aromatic, green, fresh fragrance. It is minty. Typically not a fan of like super minty things, but I feel like in this fragrance, it is just so well blended. It is so sexy. It's so fresh. It's also got like a little hint of some citrus in there. I am in love with this. I have one of my guy friends who I always help, you know, pick out new fragrances, and he is the pickiest person. He thinks that Kirke by Tiziana Terenzi is like the best fragrance to ever touch the face of this earth. But aside from that, he's a very typical, you know, he likes Baccarat, he likes Aventus, but other than that, he really only likes like traditional blue fragrances, Bleu de Chanel, you know, Dior Sauvage, Percival by Parfums de Marly, all of which I love. When I first showed this fragrance to him, he was like, no, absolutely not. Then he actually, you know, sprayed it on, whatever, and he was like, okay, it's nice, you know, I'll take it, whatever. The next time I see him, he was like, it is now my favorite in my entire collection. So, you know, it's not just me, because he's very picky, very hard to please, so. Oh my. And then when it dries down in the base, you get almost like this benzoin, soapy clean type of smell. I don't believe this has benzoin in it, but I know it has musk in the base. And I think that that's where it comes from. Oh, this is so sexy fresh. Tom Ford suit, well-dressed, well-cut man. He is sharp. He is on point, honey. And see, you don't have to be a billionaire to wear this. This is just classy, rich man. You know, this is a guy, Paragon, that guy lives in a penthouse in New York. This guy lives in a high-rise in Miami. Oh my gosh. Ooh, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. So it says Torino 21 by Xerjoff is an aromatic green fragrance for women and men. Of course, it is unisex, but I love it on men. This is a new fragrance. Torino 21 was launched in 2021. What do you know? And then the top notes are mint, of course, lemon, basil, thyme. Middle notes are blackcurrant, lavender, rosemary, jasmine. And the base notes are lemon, verbena, that plant. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And musk. When I say 10 out of 10, 11 out of a 10 fragrance, this right here is gonna GTD. This gonna get the draws, honey. I absolutely love it. And honestly, that is it. I know y'all are used to me having these long videos, but I am tired of y'all crucifying me for these long videos. I do have a lot of people who really, really like the long videos, and I appreciate that. But for this one, I really just wanted to dive right into these fragrances. And because of the fact that I'm only talking about 2 new ones, there really wasn't too much to say. Nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed the content. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I will see you in my next video.
One big room full of bad news. One big room.